Christmas Eve. There's the wheel, and here's the binnacle, and I've literally got my hands and chest against the binnacle, so you can see how the wheel is working, moving from right to left. Still probably won't come out that well, but the swells and the waves are just knocking us from one side to another. I'll have some food in a minute, and we originally thought, well, John originally said I'd make a chilli, but I have to say I vetoed that and said it is not homemade chilli you're making with her. It is literally open a few tins and heat them up with her, because I'm trying to keep as still as possible and you cannot stand upright. It is just swells all over the place. To navigate along, we're using a paper chart and our compass and heading to 70 to 80 towards Martinique. We've turned our instruments off, so we have no Windex and no chart plotter. It's too power hungry, can't use it. So we're back to the old school ways which we all learnt. Paper, chart, compass, and just steer that heading. We have got one tablet which has navionics on it. Nothing else is running apart from that, and it's powered as low on the screen brightness as possible, and we have it on at night. At night we are on watch all the time between us. No books, no electronics obviously. Too dark for books, saving the batteries we've got for our head torches. We are running without AIS because that's linked into the chart plotter, and no lights. We're just basically running with nothing. We're visually looking out for any more yachts or ships or any traffic whatsoever, and if we spot them then we would call them up and tell them our situation and where we are, so that if they hadn't already spotted us on radar, which a lot of the big ships run as well as AIS, but if we see a vessel, which we haven't so far on the last 2 nights when we've been scanning the horizon, if we do spot something we'll shout them up, give them a call on the VHF radio, tell them our position and our situation, and then they can avoid us as much as we will also avoid them, because we'll see them in the distance. It's not ideal, but it makes you go back to the old basic ways of the mariners, when they used to just sail with a compass and the wind, and that's what we're doing. We're now sharing one bunk. We used to make our own beds up, one side and one the other, with our pillows and our sheet, but the batteries are under one of the bunks, so that bunk is now permanently open to just so we've got the first warning, early instant warning of anything going wrong with the battery. If the lid is up, you'll be able to smell it and obviously see it if something goes wrong. It's fairly organised actually. Four-peak, not so much. Just thrown everything in there. Just lobbed it all on the bed. Cushions, seat cushions, anything that we didn't need, anything we didn't want in the way, in there. Another topic, using your emergency tiller. I had that experience when we had to take off the steering wheel to try and fix the auto helm, the autopilot, the electrical one, which had decided to stop work. I don't know how many days ago now. We knew how to set it up and where it was, so obviously that's number one, know where it is. 2, how to set it up. 3, do not underestimate the amount of strength you will need to work that emergency tiller. I did it for probably 3 hours, just trying to keep straight. It wasn't a course, it was just trying to keep straight with the swells and the waves, and it's hard work. I'm not a lightweight, I'm not, super strong. I'm sailing strong and I'm sailing fit. But I tell you what, after 3 hours, muscles were shot. Kept moving around, kept changing angles, pulling more with the right, pulling with the left arm, pulling with both, swapping sides so that one arm swapping sides so that one arm takes more strain than the other. Try it sometimes if you really want the experience, but it's hard work and you wouldn't want to do it for long. But when the is hitting the fan, it's funny how much more appealing something like that becomes. To just put your all into everything and you dig out blind and you get every inch of energy from every part of your body, and you just keep willing yourself to just keep hold of that tiller and keep steering it, because quite frankly your life depends on it. Christmas Day, 25th of December 2024.
Hello, it's Christmas Day. Merry Christmas everybody. We're 250 miles from Martinique. The conditions are nice today and they've been nice all night. Long may it continue. It's nice not to get a kick-in overnight. Things on the boat are normal. Just keeping the boat going and making our way steadily there.
It's 25th of December, so Merry Christmas to everybody from me.
And me. Merry Christmas everybody.
Have a wonderful day. Hope you're doing whatever you would like to do today, enjoying yourselves, and we are sailing across the Atlantic Ocean heading towards Martinique. Still,
we've about 250 miles to go. We're going quite slowly, so about 2.5 days, maybe 3 days. Who knows?
We'll get there at some point. Meantime, 1, 2, 3. Merry Christmas!
1, 2, 3, because that won't come out on camera, will it? Merry Christmas, everybody.
Go. I do.
Yeah, we are looking a bit rough, aren't we? It's been quite a passage, and we're looking a bit rough.
Yeah.
Rough. But that's okay. At some point we'll be clean and tidy again.
But we're still us underneath.
This is Christmas and over Vita. Alison's made this Christmas decoration here. I'll give you a close-up in a minute. Got some chocolate. It's all good.
Excellent.
Merry Christmas.
I made this one on passage, knitted in green, and then just tied a bow at the top, badly sewn star on it, and just fed through something at the bottom. It's not been the best of knitting or craft because it's been a little bit lumpy bumpy, uppy downy, but it was something to hang up for Christmas Day.
Haha, Merry Christmas. Because the fridge went when our power went. It's just been a cool box, and over the course of the last few days we've eaten what we can out of it, but today everything's gone bad. So endless packets of cheese that we'd kept that had a 3-month shelf life if you kept refrigerated, all gone over the side. Pounds of cheese, chorizo, salami, pepperoni, you name it, all the good stuff that we stocked up with, thinking, oh, we'll keep that in the fridge, it's got a nice long shelf life. We stacked the fridge out with it and thought, that'll be easy, we do it that way. So somewhere in the Atlantic there are some very happy fish today having a nice Christmas dinner. This is day 20 of the passage. It is the 27th of December 2024. We are approximately 50 miles from Martinique now.
Yep, 50 miles to our waypoint that's just at the south of the island. Then we've got to make our way to one of the anchorages. Not quite sure which one yet. Might be Le Marin, might be Fort de France, not really sure. Just making the miles slowly towards the bottom of the island.
And that will mean that we will arrive tomorrow, which will be 21 days at sea. We've not seen anything. We've seen a couple of boats the whole trip, a couple of ships, not very much at all. And unfortunately we'll be approaching in the dark, just like we did going to the Azores, which is a shame.
Not very many clouds in the sky, really blue sky, very warm, probably about 27, 28. Got the sun hat on, might be having to get the shades out in a minute, but we'll see when we get there. But that's not until tomorrow or the next day anyway, because we're not going very fast because there's not very much wind.
We have our homemade sunshade up, which is working very well. We're really pleased with that.
Probably won't pick it up on camera or video even, but we've just had our first sighting of Land Ho Martinique. It's in the centre of the picture there, underneath the big clouds. Visible by the binoculars, which is great. Land Ho after 20 days.
Well, as long as you're comfortable, that's all right then.
Well, our passenger, Mr. Booby, the Booby bird, has flown off. He's left us for now, so thank you for coming to say hello. And then we look out and we've got Martinique to starboard and St. Lucia to port. It's still in the distance, so they're only just like little lumps that you can see. Ooh, might be heading to St. Lucia the way this is going. And it's kind of, wow, after our passage, we're nearly there. It's a bit of mixed emotions really, because we're seeing land, and as you know, we haven't had a particularly great passage, and it's a relief to see land, and it's not far away now, but it's also, oh, land, oh, it's over, it's nearly over, our crossing is nearly over, a bit, oh, not sure how I feel about that, because it's nearly over, and it'll be done, because you can only ever do one Atlantic crossing. Your first Atlantic crossing is you can only ever do one, and we're nearing completion of it. So yeah, it's happy, and it's a bit, ooh, don't know if I want to change yet.
Aha. So as Alison said, it's our first Atlantic crossing, and we can see land, which is after the stuff that we've been through, is quite a relief to get there, to nearly be here. It should be another 12 hours or so, and hopefully then we can just drop anchor, and then we can regroup and get the ship shape again, and get the crew ship shape again, and maybe have a wash or something exciting like that. Maybe maybe find a laundrette and get some clean clothes, all those good things. Yeah. In many ways, glad it's over, that it's nearly over because of the difficulties we've had, but in many ways really sad for it to be over. Really sad for it to be over. But there you go, Atlantic crossing almost complete. But it's not over till we drop that anchor somewhere.
No, that's very true.
We've got another night to get through, and,
Yep.
and an island to sail around in the dark, and then tomorrow, Fort de France.
It's about 8 o'clock in the morning on Saturday the 28th of December, I think, day number 21, and we have arrived at Martinique. We have Martinique to starboard and St. Lucia to port. We've had a very slow sail overnight, probably about 2 knots to arrive here in the light, and we're just drifting along now at not very much. We've got some northerly wind, and we're heading for Fort de France, hopefully to pop the anchor down there. If not, if we can't find anywhere there, we'll probably come back to somewhere along this coast. But Fort de France is the capital, and that's where we're headed.
Yeah, it probably looks like the same t-shirt I've had on for a week. Could be right, I don't know.
me too.
Maybe I should just get black t-shirts and no one would notice. Where was I? I don't know. We are really tired.
Really bleep tired.
It's been quite tiring. We're looking forward to dropping the anchor and stopping and getting some uninterrupted sleep for more than a few hours, which we haven't had for 3 weeks now. Other than that, so far, all good. Once we get the anchor put down, we can then claim to have completed our Atlantic crossing. The sharp-eyed amongst you may have noticed that we're at about the first reef. Now there's a couple of reasons we do this. Number one is today we're not in a hurry, and number two, when there's only 2 of us and you're in unfamiliar waters, it gives you really good visibility underneath the sail on the downwind side. So sometimes we'll just put a little bit of a reef in so that we can see easily without having to crane our necks around. We're approaching Fort de France now, looking for a place to anchor. It's really pretty here. We're intending to anchor over here just underneath the fort of Fort de France. Alison doing her usual grand job of guiding us in. After 3 weeks of almost no sleep,
Yeah.
let's hope this goes smoothly. You never know. And in other exciting news, I've just found a €5 note in my phone case. Didn't even know it was in there.
Beers on you then.
Ah, beers on me.